Ever wonder why your joints ache even though you exercise? Or why your digestion feels off no matter what you eat? What if the secret to moving pain-free, feeling energized, and keeping your bones strong actually starts in your gut? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly how your gut and joints are connected and how simple changes can transform the way your body feels every single day.
You might not realize this, but your gut is more than just the place where food goes to get processed. It's actually one of the most important systems in your body, and it plays a role in nearly everything you do, from how you feel physically to how your body handles inflammation, recovers from exercise, and even how well your joints and bones function. When most people think about gut health, they immediately jump to ideas like avoiding bloating, heartburn, or constipation. But the truth is, a healthy gut is about much more than just comfort after meals. It's an entire ecosystem filled with trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, many of which are incredibly beneficial. These good bacteria don't just help break down food, they also play a key role in controlling inflammation, regulating your immune system, supporting nutrient absorption, and even influencing your mood and mental clarity. So when your gut is off balance, whether because of poor diet, stress, lack of sleep, or overuse of antibiotics, it can set off a cascade of problems that affect multiple systems in your body. One of the areas most affected by poor gut health is your joints. You see, there's something called systemic inflammation, which is basically inflammation that runs through your entire body. When your gut is unhealthy, it can allow certain toxins and undigested food particles to leak into your bloodstream, a condition sometimes referred to as leaky gut. Once these particles enter the bloodstream, your immune system sees them as invaders, and it responds by triggering inflammation throughout your body. Your joints are especially sensitive to this type of inflammation, which can manifest as stiffness, soreness, or even chronic joint pain over time. That's why people who focus solely on joint supplements or painkillers often don't see lasting results, because they're treating the symptoms rather than addressing one of the root causes, which starts in the gut. Beyond inflammation, gut health also directly affects your ability to absorb the nutrients your body needs. Every vitamin, mineral, and protein you consume goes through your digestive system before your body can use it. If your gut isn't functioning properly, it can't efficiently extract these nutrients, and that means your bones and joints might not get the building blocks they need to stay strong and resilient. Calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K, and protein are all essential for bone density and joint health, but without a healthy gut, even the best diet might fall short. So when we talk about gut health being the foundation, we're really talking about creating the conditions for your whole body to function optimally. A healthy gut ensures that the foods you eat aren't just fuel for energy, but are also effectively turned into nutrients that your cells, muscles, joints, and bones can use to repair, grow, and protect themselves. Another aspect that makes gut health so critical is its role in regulating inflammation through the production of specific compounds. Certain gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids and other molecules that have anti-inflammatory properties. When these bacteria are abundant and thriving, they help calm down inflammation in the gut, which then spreads throughout the body, including to the joints. On the other hand, if you have an overgrowth of harmful bacteria, yeast, or pathogens, these compounds aren't produced in sufficient amounts, and inflammation increases. That's why people with chronic joint pain, arthritis, or autoimmune conditions often see improvement when they focus on healing their gut, because it reduces the inflammatory triggers circulating through their system. Your gut health also has a surprising connection to your immune system, which is another reason it's so foundational. Approximately 70% of your immune system is located in your gut, in structures called gut-associated lymphoid tissue. This means that a lot of your body's ability to fight off infections, reduce inflammation, and recover from injuries starts in the gut. A strong immune system helps protect joints from autoimmune attacks, prevents chronic inflammation from building up, and supports tissue repair. Conversely, a compromised gut can weaken your immune response, allowing inflammation to linger, healing to slow down, and joint discomfort to become more noticeable. It's also important to recognize that gut health influences how your body responds to exercise. When you move your body, you create micro tears in muscles and stress in joints, which is completely normal. Your body heals and strengthens during recovery, but it needs nutrients and a well-functioning immune system to do this efficiently. If your gut isn't absorbing nutrients properly, or your immune system is overactive due to gut inflammation, your recovery slows, soreness increases, and your joints may feel aching than they should after workouts. In other words, gut health impacts not only day-to-day comfort, but also your ability to train effectively and stay active without pain or setbacks.
Stress and sleep, which are often overlooked, also tie directly into gut health. When you're chronically stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol, which can disrupt the balance of bacteria in your gut, slow down digestion, and increase gut permeability. Poor sleep has a similar effect, reducing your gut's ability to repair itself and absorb nutrients effectively. And again, this circles back to joint and bone health, because increased inflammation, reduced nutrient absorption, and slower recovery all place additional strain on your joints, making them more prone to stiffness and discomfort. The great news is that the gut is incredibly adaptable, and with consistent effort, it can be restored and strengthened. Starting with your diet is one of the most powerful ways to improve gut health. Foods rich in fiber, fermented foods that provide probiotics, and prebiotic foods that feed healthy bacteria all contribute to a thriving gut ecosystem. Reducing processed foods, sugar, and inflammatory oils helps prevent harmful bacteria from overgrowing. Hydration also plays a key role because water is necessary for digestion, nutrient transport, and the lubrication of joints. Regular physical activity stimulates gut motility, helps regulate hormones, and supports healthy bacteria, while stress management techniques like meditation or deep breathing further reduce inflammation and support gut repair. Even small changes can have a big impact over time. Adding one fermented food a day, prioritizing whole foods, going for a daily walk, and practicing mindful breathing are all steps that strengthen your gut. As your gut improves, you may notice your digestion becoming smoother, your energy levels rising, and even your joints starting to feel more comfortable and flexible. It's like a domino effect. When you create a strong foundation in your gut, the benefits ripple through your entire body, improving not just digestion, but joint health, bone strength, immune resilience, and overall vitality. Ultimately, thinking of gut health as the foundation shifts your approach to wellness. It's not just about what supplements you take or how often you exercise. It's about nurturing the ecosystem that powers your body. When you focus on supporting your gut, everything else, from joint comfort and bone density to energy, mental clarity, and resilience, starts falling into place. The connection may not always be visible immediately, but over weeks and months, the difference becomes undeniable. Your body begins functioning in harmony, inflammation decreases, nutrient absorption improves, and your joints and bones are supported in ways that no quick fix can provide. Gut health isn't just one piece of the puzzle, it's the cornerstone that allows all the other pieces to work properly together, giving you a stronger, more flexible, and more energetic body that can carry you through life with less pain, more ease, and greater vitality.
When it comes to keeping your body strong, mobile, and pain-free, what you eat is just as important, if not more important, than how much you move. You could spend hours in the gym, lift heavy weights, run miles every week, and stretch religiously, but if your nutrition isn't supporting your bones and joints, your efforts may only take you so far. The truth is that your bones and joints are living tissues. They aren't just passive structures. They're constantly breaking down and rebuilding, responding to the stresses you put on them, and repairing microdamage from daily activity or exercise. And all of that rebuilding requires the right nutrients. Calcium and vitamin D are the most famous of these, and for good reason. Calcium is the main mineral that makes your bones dense and strong, while vitamin D is essential because it helps your body absorb calcium efficiently. Without adequate vitamin D, no matter how much calcium you consume, your bones may not get what they need, leaving them weaker and more prone to fractures or breakdown over time. Magnesium also plays a crucial role because it works alongside calcium in bone formation, while vitamin K helps direct calcium into the bones instead of letting it accumulate in arteries or soft tissues, which could lead to other health issues. These vitamins and minerals aren't just important, they're foundational for maintaining a skeletal system that supports your body through every movement and every activity. Protein is another superstar nutrient that often gets overlooked when people focus only on calcium and vitamin D. Your bones and cartilage are made up of proteins like collagen, which give them flexibility and structure. If you don't consume enough protein, your body may struggle to repair cartilage, tendons, and ligaments, which can lead to increased joint pain or stiffness, especially as you get older. High-quality protein from sources like lean meats, eggs, dairy, legumes, nuts, and seeds ensures that your bones and connective tissues have the raw materials they need to remain strong and resilient. And when protein is paired with other nutrients like magnesium and vitamin C, it helps support collagen production, which is essential for joint cushioning and bone health. Omega-3 fatty acids also deserve a special mention here. These healthy fats, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, as well as in flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, are incredibly powerful for reducing inflammation in the body. Inflammation is one of the main culprits behind joint pain, stiffness, and even early cartilage breakdown. By including omega-3s in your diet, you're essentially giving your joints and bones a shield against inflammatory stress, helping maintain mobility, comfort, and overall function. Omega-3s also support cardiovascular health and brain function, which are added benefits that keep your body and mind operating at their best. Fermented foods and probiotics also play a surprisingly important role in bone and joint health. While they're often thought of as purely gut-friendly, supporting your digestion and nutrient absorption, they also help ensure that vitamins and minerals from your diet are properly utilized by your body. A healthy gut allows calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D to be absorbed more efficiently, giving your bones the building blocks they need to stay strong. Additionally, certain gut bacteria produce compounds that have anti-inflammatory properties, which can reduce stress on joints and improve overall mobility. When you nourish your gut with probiotics from yogurt, kefir, kimchi, or sauerkraut, you're indirectly giving your bones and joints an advantage by reducing inflammation and optimizing nutrient absorption. Hydration is another underrated aspect of nutrition that has a direct effect on joint health. Your joints are cushioned with synovial fluid, which acts like natural oil, keeping them moving smoothly and reducing friction. When you're dehydrated, the production of this fluid decreases, leaving joints less protected and more prone to stiffness or discomfort. Water also plays a role in digestion, ensuring that nutrients are transported efficiently and waste is removed from your system. Drinking enough water consistently throughout the day is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to support both your gut and your joints, making every movement easier and more comfortable. It's not just about individual nutrients either, it's about the overall quality of your diet. Highly processed foods, sugary snacks, and refined grains can create inflammation in the body, which negatively affects your joints. Excess sugar, for example, can trigger the production of compounds that damage collagen and cartilage, making your joints more susceptible to pain and stiffness. Processed oils high in omega-6 fatty acids can further contribute to inflammation if consumed in excess, tipping the balance away from joint protection and healthy tissue repair. That's why focusing on whole, minimally processed foods, a variety of colorful vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, and fermented foods is so critical. It's not about perfection, it's about consistently providing your body with the nutrients it needs to support long-term health. Let's talk about specific foods that can make a real difference. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are loaded with calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K, all crucial for bone density. Fatty fish provides omega-3s that reduce inflammation. Berries, citrus fruits, and bell peppers are high in vitamin C, which supports collagen formation in bones and connective tissues. Nuts and seeds provide healthy fats, magnesium, and protein, and fermented foods keep your gut microbiome thriving, so all of these nutrients can be absorbed efficiently. Legumes like lentils and chickpeas are excellent sources of plant-based protein and minerals that help support your skeletal system. By combining these foods regularly in your diet, you're giving your body the tools it needs to repair, rebuild, and stay strong. Meal timing and consistency matter too. Eating regularly spaced meals that include protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich carbohydrates supports stable blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, and ensures your body has the nutrients it needs throughout the day. Skipping meals or relying heavily on processed convenience foods can put extra stress on your joints, reduce nutrient availability, and slow tissue repair. Simple strategies like adding a protein source to every meal, including vegetables or fruits rich in vitamins, and staying hydrated can make a big difference over time. Even supplements can play a role if your diet isn't providing enough of certain nutrients, but they're most effective when they complement healthy eating rather than replace it. Calcium and vitamin D supplements can help fill gaps, while collagen or glucosamine supplements can support cartilage and joint integrity. Omega-3 capsules are useful if you don't consume fatty fish regularly. Probiotics can give your gut, and by extension your bones and joints, an extra boost. The key is to view supplements as tools that enhance a foundation built on real, nutrient-rich foods. Ultimately, the biggest takeaway here is that bones and joints don't exist in isolation. They rely on a constant supply of vitamins, minerals, protein, and anti-inflammatory compounds to maintain strength, flexibility, and comfort. Your nutrition isn't just about energy, it's about providing the raw materials for your body to build, repair, and protect itself. Every bite you take either supports this system or undermines it, and over weeks, months, and years, those choices compound. Eating nutrient-dense foods consistently gives your joints the cushion and cartilage they need, your bones the density and strength they require, and your entire body the ability to move, recover, and thrive without unnecessary pain or stiffness. So if you really want to maximize your mobility, reduce joint discomfort, and maintain strong bones for the long term, focusing on your nutrition is non-negotiable. It's the fuel that powers everything your body does, and when you choose wisely, you'll notice a difference not only in how your joints feel, but also in your energy levels, your recovery from exercise, and your overall sense of vitality and resilience.
Movement is one of those things that people often take for granted until it starts to hurt or feels restricted, and yet it's absolutely central not only for joint and bone health, but also for supporting your gut and overall well-being. When you think about movement, most people immediately picture exercise, running, or lifting weights, but it's much broader than that. It's about keeping your body in motion throughout the day, engaging muscles, lubricating joints, and promoting circulation, which in turn supports digestion and nutrient absorption. Every time you move, your joints are nourished because movement stimulates the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant in your joints that helps them glide smoothly and prevent stiffness. Without regular movement, this fluid isn't produced as efficiently, which is why people who sit for prolonged periods often notice tightness in their knees, hips, or shoulders. This is true even if you exercise intensely a few times a week. Daily movement and mobility work are just as crucial as structured workouts. Exercise, particularly strength training, plays a significant role in maintaining healthy bones and joints. Bones are living tissue, constantly being broken down and rebuilt, and the stress placed on them during resistance training signals the body to increase bone density. That means lifting weights, doing body weight exercises, or even resistance band workouts isn't just about building muscle, it's about strengthening the very structure that supports you and protects your joints. When bones are strong, they absorb impact more effectively and reduce the risk of fractures or injuries as you age. Strength training also helps maintain muscle mass, which acts as a support system for your joints. Strong muscles take pressure off joints during daily activities, reducing wear and tear and minimizing pain. For example, if your quadriceps and hamstrings are strong, your knees will experience less stress during movements like walking, squatting, or climbing stairs. The same goes for the muscles surrounding your hips, shoulders, and spine. By maintaining muscle strength, you're effectively creating a natural support system that protects your joints and keeps your body moving efficiently. Cardiovascular exercise, often called cardio, also supports both gut and joint health. Activities like brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or jogging increase blood flow, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues throughout your body, including your joints and digestive organs. This improved circulation promotes healing, reduces inflammation, and helps maintain the flexibility and mobility of your joints. Cardio also stimulates gut motility, which is the movement of food and waste through your digestive system, supporting regular digestion and nutrient absorption. Even gentle forms of movement, like walking after meals, can enhance digestion, reduce bloating, and keep your gut bacteria thriving, which, as we've discussed, is connected to inflammation levels in your joints. The key is consistency, not intensity. Short, frequent sessions of movement throughout the day can be just as beneficial as long, intense workouts, especially for gut health and joint mobility. Flexibility and mobility exercises such as yoga, Pilates, or dynamic stretching are another critical piece of the puzzle. These practices not only improve range of motion in your joints, but also strengthen the muscles surrounding them, which provides additional support and reduces the risk of injury. Yoga, in particular, is fascinating because it combines stretching with controlled breathing and mindfulness, which also helps reduce stress hormones that can negatively impact gut health. When you move with intention, your body feels lighter, your digestion improves, and your joints experience less strain, creating a positive feedback loop where movement supports multiple systems simultaneously. Even small adjustments like standing periodically, using a supportive chair, engaging your core while sitting, or taking short walking breaks can relieve pressure on joints and improve circulation, which benefits your gut. Over time, these small, consistent movements accumulate, reducing stiffness, improving energy, and creating a healthier environment for both your joints and digestive system. Movement also has a profound effect on inflammation, which, as we know, is a major factor in joint discomfort and gut issues. Regular physical activity helps regulate immune function and reduces systemic inflammation, which means your joints are less likely to experience pain, stiffness, or swelling. It also supports a healthy gut microbiome because exercise influences the diversity of gut bacteria and the production of anti-inflammatory compounds. This is why a sedentary lifestyle can be so detrimental. When you move less, you increase inflammation, reduce nutrient circulation, slow joint lubrication, and compromise gut health all at the same time. In contrast, a consistent movement routine creates a cascade of positive effects, improving digestion, nutrient absorption, inflammation control, and joint resilience. Another often overlooked benefit of movement is how it helps maintain a healthy weight, which has a direct impact on joint health. Excess weight increases stress on weight-bearing joints, such as the knees, hips, and spine, accelerating wear and tear and increasing the risk of osteoarthritis. Regular movement, combined with proper nutrition, helps maintain a healthy composition, reducing pressure on joints and supporting overall mobility. Even moderate activities like walking or swimming can make a substantial difference in how your joints feel and function over time, while also promoting better digestion, regulating blood sugar, and supporting gut health.
It's also important to consider recovery as part of movement. Your joints and muscles need time to repair and adapt after stress. This is where activities like foam rolling, gentle stretching, mobility drills, and active recovery days become crucial. They help flush out toxins, improve circulation, and maintain flexibility, ensuring that your joints don't become stiff and your muscles don't tighten up. Recovery isn't a passive process, it's an active part of a movement strategy that protects your joints and supports your gut by reducing stress and promoting healing. Adequate sleep also complements movement because your body performs many repair processes while you rest, rebuilding muscle, replenishing energy stores, and supporting bone and joint health. Another dimension of movement is variety. Repeating the same motion over and over can place stress on specific joints or muscle groups while neglecting others. Incorporating different types of exercise, strength, cardio, mobility, and balance ensures that your entire body, including your joints, bones, and gut, gets balanced stimulation. Activities like swimming, cycling, dancing, or hiking engage different muscles, promote circulation in new ways, and keep your body adaptable. A varied movement routine not only reduces the risk of overuse injuries, but also keeps your gut and metabolism functioning efficiently by stimulating digestion and nutrient absorption through increased blood flow and hormonal balance. Lastly, mindset around movement is key. Exercise shouldn't feel like punishment. It should be a way to support your body, strengthen your joints, and improve your overall quality of life. When you move with intention and focus on long-term joint and gut health, every step, stretch, or lift becomes an investment in your future mobility and well-being. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even short bouts of daily activity are more beneficial than sporadic high-intensity sessions. The real magic of movement lies in how it integrates with nutrition, sleep, stress management, and gut health to create a body that functions harmoniously, where your joints feel supported, your digestion is smooth, and your energy levels are high enough to tackle daily challenges with ease.
Stress and sleep are two of those factors that people often overlook when thinking about joint, bone, and gut health, but they're actually deeply connected to how your entire body functions. Most people assume that as long as they eat right and exercise, everything else will take care of itself. But the reality is that chronic stress and poor sleep can sabotage all your efforts, leaving you feeling stiff, inflamed, and low on energy. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are designed to help you respond to immediate threats. But when these hormones are elevated consistently, they can wreak havoc on your body. Cortisol, in particular, has a direct effect on inflammation, which can make your joints feel sore or stiff, and it also impacts the gut by altering the balance of bacteria, slowing digestion, and even increasing gut permeability. That means your meals aren't processed as efficiently, nutrients may not be absorbed as well, and your immune system can become overactive, triggering inflammation in areas like your joints and connective tissues. Over time, this creates a cycle where stress not only affects how you feel mentally, but also physically, making movement more uncomfortable and digestion less efficient, which in turn can increase stress even more. Sleep plays a similarly critical role. While we're asleep, our bodies enter a state of repair and restoration, producing hormones like growth hormone that help rebuild muscle, strengthen bones, and repair cartilage in the joints. Deep sleep is also when your gut lining repairs itself, inflammation decreases, and your body has the chance to rebalance hormones that control appetite, digestion, and energy metabolism. Without adequate sleep, these processes are disrupted. Bones and joints don't repair as efficiently, gut bacteria can become imbalanced, and inflammation rises. Even a single night of poor sleep can make you feel stiffer, less mobile, and more bloated the next day. And chronic sleep deprivation compounds these effects over weeks and months, leading to joint pain, digestive issues, and lower overall energy. Many people don't realize that poor sleep can even reduce nutrient absorption, meaning that all the healthy foods you eat may not fully reach your bones, joints, or muscles in the way they should. Mindset is another component that's often underestimated. How you think about your health, your body, and your routines influences your stress levels, sleep quality, and ultimately your gut and joint health.
A positive, proactive mindset encourages consistency in nutrition, exercise, and recovery practices, whereas a negative or defeatist mindset can lead to neglecting these habits, which increases inflammation, slows digestion, and contributes to joint discomfort. When you approach wellness as a long-term investment rather than a short-term fix, every meal, every movement, and every effort to manage stress becomes a tool to support your body holistically. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, journaling, or even short mindful walks aren't just about mental clarity. They actively reduce cortisol levels, calm inflammation, and improve gut function, which in turn protects your joints and bones. Even taking a few minutes each day to pause, breathe, and center yourself can create a ripple effect that supports digestion, nutrient absorption, and recovery. The connection between stress, sleep, and inflammation is particularly important for people with joint pain or autoimmune conditions. When cortisol levels remain high due to chronic stress, your body's inflammatory response can become overactive, targeting tissues in the joints and making them feel stiff or swollen. At the same time, poor sleep prevents your body from downregulating these inflammatory processes, so pain and stiffness linger longer than they would in someone with a healthy stress response and adequate rest. By focusing on stress management techniques and prioritizing sleep, you essentially give your body the tools to regulate inflammation naturally, reducing the burden on your joints and supporting long-term mobility. Gut health is also closely linked to stress and sleep. The gut and brain communicate constantly through what's called the gut-brain axis, which means that stress or poor sleep can directly impact gut bacteria, digestion, and nutrient absorption. This creates another layer of influence on joint and bone health, because when your gut is stressed, nutrients like calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and protein may not be absorbed efficiently, leaving your bones and joints without the building blocks they need to remain strong and flexible. On the other hand, when you reduce stress, practice mindfulness, and get restorative sleep, your gut thrives, nutrients are absorbed effectively, and inflammation is kept in check, creating a body that can recover, move, and perform optimally. Practical strategies for managing stress include creating consistent routines, setting boundaries, and making time for activities that bring joy or relaxation. Even small adjustments like taking a few deep breaths before meals, spending 5 minutes in meditation in the morning, or scheduling short movement breaks during the day can significantly reduce cortisol levels and improve both gut and joint function. Stress management isn't about eliminating every challenge or pressure in your life. It's about giving your body the tools to respond without triggering chronic inflammation or disrupting digestion and joint health. Sleep strategies are just as actionable. Prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule, creating a calming nighttime routine, limiting screens and bright lights before bed, and ensuring your sleep environment is comfortable and dark all help improve sleep quality. Adequate sleep, ideally 7 to 9 hours for most adults, allows your body to repair tissue, regulate hormones, and support both gut and joint health. If you're struggling with sleep, even small improvements like going to bed 15 minutes earlier or reducing caffeine intake after midday can have meaningful effects on how your body functions, how your joints feel, and how efficiently your gut absorbs nutrients. Mindset, sleep, and stress management are all interconnected. When your mindset is positive and proactive, you're more likely to take steps that improve sleep, reduce stress, and nourish your body effectively. Conversely, chronic stress or poor sleep can negatively affect your mood and mindset, creating a cycle that's difficult to break without conscious effort. Approaching these aspects of health as part of an integrated system where mental clarity, emotional well-being, sleep quality, and stress levels all support joint, bone, and gut health allows you to see the bigger picture. Each positive choice compounds over time, whether it's taking a short walk to relieve stress, prioritizing a protein-rich meal that supports bone repair, or going to bed on time to allow your body to recover fully. Even movement interacts with stress and sleep. Regular exercise is not just about building strength or mobility. It helps reduce stress hormones, improves sleep quality, and promotes healthy gut motility.
Gentle exercises like yoga or stretching can reduce tension in the body, calm the nervous system, and enhance digestive function, which in turn reduces inflammation in the joints. High-intensity workouts can also be beneficial when balanced with adequate recovery, helping your body regulate hormones and maintain resilience against stress. The key is balance and listening to your body. Overtraining or neglecting rest can increase stress, impair gut function, and aggravate joint discomfort. The ultimate takeaway is that stress management, quality sleep, and a positive, proactive mindset aren't optional extras. They're essential foundations for maintaining healthy joints, bones, and a well-functioning digestive system. By taking control of these elements, you give your body the opportunity to heal, absorb nutrients efficiently, and regulate inflammation naturally. Over time, consistent attention to stress reduction, sleep quality, and mindset will help your joints feel less stiff, your gut function more smoothly, and your energy levels remain high throughout the day. Every small action you take, breathing exercises, mindful moments, consistent sleep schedules, has a cumulative effect that enhances your overall health and longevity, supporting a body that can move freely, digest effectively, and remain resilient in the face of everyday stressors.
Sleep strategies are just as actionable. Prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule, creating a calming nighttime routine, limiting screens and bright lights before bed, and ensuring your sleep environment is comfortable and dark all help improve sleep quality. Adequate sleep, ideally 7 to 9 hours for most adults, allows your body to repair tissue, regulate hormones, and support both gut and joint health. If you're struggling with sleep, even small improvements like going to bed 15 minutes earlier or reducing caffeine intake after midday can have meaningful effects on how your body functions, how your joints feel, and how efficiently your gut absorbs nutrients. Mindset, sleep, and stress management are all interconnected. When your mindset is positive and proactive, you're more likely to take steps that improve sleep, reduce stress, and nourish your body effectively. Conversely, chronic stress or poor sleep can negatively affect your mood and mindset, creating a cycle that's difficult to break without conscious effort. Approaching these aspects of health as part of an integrated system where mental clarity, emotional well-being, sleep quality, and stress levels all support joint, bone, and gut health allows you to see the bigger picture. Each positive choice compounds over time, whether it's taking a short walk to relieve stress, prioritizing a protein-rich meal that supports bone repair, or going to bed on time to allow your body to recover fully. Even movement interacts with stress and sleep. Regular exercise is not just about building strength or mobility, it helps reduce stress hormones, improve sleep quality, and promotes healthy gut motility. Gentle exercises like yoga or stretching can reduce tension in the body, calm the nervous system, and enhance digestive function, which in turn reduces inflammation in the joints. High-intensity workouts can also be beneficial when balanced with adequate recovery, helping your body regulate hormones and maintain resilience against stress. The key is balance and listening to your body. Overtraining or neglecting rest can increase stress, impair gut function, and aggravate joint discomfort. The ultimate takeaway is that stress management, quality sleep, and a positive, proactive mindset aren't optional extras. They're essential foundations for maintaining healthy joints, bones, and a well-functioning digestive system. By taking control of these elements, you give your body the opportunity to heal, absorb nutrients efficiently, and regulate inflammation naturally. Over time, consistent attention to stress reduction, sleep quality, and mindset will help your joints feel less stiff, your gut function more smoothly, and your energy levels remain high throughout the day. Every small action you take, breathing exercises, mindful moments, consistent sleep schedules, has a cumulative effect that enhances your overall health and longevity, supporting a body that can move freely, digest effectively, and remain resilient in the face of everyday stressors.
When we talk about gut health, joint strength, bone density, movement, nutrition, sleep, and stress, it's easy to think of them as separate pieces of a puzzle. You might focus on one, maybe two, and assume that's enough. But the truth is that your body functions as an interconnected system, and the most effective way to improve your overall health and vitality is to approach it holistically. A holistic approach means recognizing that every choice you make, from the foods you eat to the way you move, sleep, and manage stress, affects multiple systems in your body simultaneously. It's not about quick fixes, magic supplements, or hitting a single workout trend. It's about creating a lifestyle where each habit supports and reinforces the others, building long-term resilience in your body. When you adopt this mindset, you begin to see that improving gut health also improves joint mobility. Strengthening bones enhances movement efficiency, reducing stress improves digestion, and sleeping well allows all of these processes to work at their full potential. None of these elements exist in isolation, and when one is neglected, it can create a ripple effect that impacts the others. That's why focusing on a holistic approach is so powerful. Take nutrition, for example. Eating nutrient-rich foods doesn't just feed your body, it fuels the systems that keep you moving and thriving. Fiber from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains supports your gut bacteria, which in turn helps regulate inflammation in your joints and improves nutrient absorption for your bones. Protein and collagen support muscle repair, bone density, and joint cushioning. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce systemic inflammation, keeping both your gut and your joints healthier. Hydration lubricates your joints and supports digestion simultaneously. When you view nutrition this way, not as a temporary measure or a calorie-counting exercise, but as the foundation that nourishes multiple systems, you start to see improvements across the board, from smoother digestion and less bloating to increased mobility and reduced joint discomfort. Movement, too, is more than just burning calories or building strength. Strength training stimulates bone growth, improves joint stability, and supports muscle development, while cardio promotes circulation, gut motility, and hormone balance. Flexibility and mobility exercises maintain joint range of motion, prevent injuries, and reduce stiffness, all while calming the nervous system and improving stress resilience. Even gentle activities like walking or stretching after meals improve digestion, reduce bloating, and encourage nutrient absorption. When movement is incorporated consistently and intentionally into a holistic lifestyle, it reinforces everything else. Good nutrition is absorbed more effectively, sleep is deeper, stress is easier to manage, and joints and bones stay strong and resilient. Stress management and sleep are essential pillars that often get overlooked in traditional fitness advice, but in a holistic framework, they're just as important as diet and exercise. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can trigger inflammation in the gut and joints, impair nutrient absorption, and even interfere with bone remodeling. Poor sleep compounds these issues by reducing the body's ability to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and maintain a balanced immune system. By intentionally integrating stress reduction techniques like mindfulness, meditation, journaling, deep breathing, or even just quiet reflection, you give your body the chance to regulate itself naturally. Pairing these practices with a consistent sleep routine ensures that your digestive system has time to repair, inflammation is minimized, and your joints and bones recover effectively. The benefits of these practices are multiplicative. When your body is calm, rested, and well-nourished, it responds better to movement, absorbs nutrients more efficiently, and maintains stronger bones and joints. Another key aspect of a holistic approach is consistency over perfection. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that if they can't do everything perfectly every day, it's not worth trying at all. The truth is that small, consistent actions compound over time. one extra serving of vegetables, a short walk after lunch, prioritizing 7 hours of sleep, or taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply and reset your nervous system might not feel revolutionary in a single day, but over weeks and months, these habits create measurable improvements in gut health, joint mobility, bone strength, energy levels, and overall vitality. Holistic health isn't about extreme measures or punishing routines. It's about incremental improvements that support all systems of your body at once. Supplements can be incorporated into a holistic strategy as well, but only as a complement to the foundation you've built through nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep. Vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, probiotics, omega-3s, collagen, and other targeted nutrients can help fill gaps and accelerate progress, but they cannot replace a lifestyle that consistently provides the right inputs. When you combine high-quality nutrition with exercise, recovery, stress management, and sleep, supplements become far more effective because your body is in a state where it can fully utilize them. This integrated approach allows for sustained improvements rather than temporary fixes, meaning your joints feel more comfortable, your bones stay strong, your digestion works efficiently, and your energy levels are consistently higher. The holistic mindset also emphasizes listening to your body. Instead of pushing through pain or ignoring digestive discomfort, a holistic approach encourages paying attention to what your body is telling you. Are your joints stiff after certain activities? Is your digestion sluggish after specific meals? Do you feel more fatigued on days of poor sleep or high stress? By observing these patterns and making adjustments across all areas, nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress, you create a feedback loop that reinforces good habits and addresses issues before they become chronic problems. This kind of self-awareness is critical for long-term wellness because it allows you to customize your approach based on your unique needs and lifestyle.
Hydration, variety in movement, mindful eating, and rest days are all practical examples of holistic strategies. Drinking water throughout the day supports both joint lubrication and nutrient transport. Varying exercises challenges different muscles and joints while stimulating circulation. Mindful eating encourages better digestion, nutrient absorption, and gut balance. Rest days give your body time to repair tissues, regulate inflammation, and consolidate the gains from workouts. When these seemingly small strategies are combined, they reinforce one another, creating a body that functions optimally from the inside out. A holistic approach also takes into account the mental and emotional dimensions of health. Your mindset, motivation, and emotional well-being influence not only your choices, but also your body's physiological responses. Positive thinking, goal setting, and self-compassion reduce stress, which lowers inflammation and improves recovery. When you feel mentally aligned with your health goals, adherence to nutrition, movement, and sleep routines becomes more natural, and your body experiences less strain from chronic stress responses. The connection between mind and body is real, and it's a key reason why a holistic approach is more effective than focusing on a single aspect of health in isolation. Ultimately, a holistic approach isn't about doing everything perfectly or following a rigid set of rules. It's about understanding that your body's systems are interconnected, and every choice you make has a ripple effect. Prioritizing gut health improves nutrient absorption and reduces inflammation, which protects your joints and bones. Maintaining strong muscles and bones through movement enhances mobility, protects joints, and supports digestive efficiency. Managing stress and getting quality sleep reduces inflammation, promotes tissue repair, and supports gut balance. Nutrition fuels all of these processes. When all of these elements are addressed together, your body functions in harmony, creating a sustainable state of health, mobility, energy, and vitality that can carry you through decades of life. When you embrace a holistic approach, you start to see your health differently. You no longer chase quick fixes or temporary relief. Instead, you invest in consistent habits that strengthen your body at a foundational level.
Every nutrient, every movement, every moment of rest, and every stress management technique compounds over time, creating a system where your gut, joints, bones, and overall health are optimized together. This mindset ensures that improvements are not just visible in the short term, but also durable, keeping you moving comfortably, digesting efficiently, and feeling energized for years to come.